Tom DiPietro,
Here.
Alicia Berlin,
Here.
Jeffrey Dodson,
Here.
Rebecca Wolf, Nick Leco,
Here.
and Ally Edwards is absent. Okay, so thank you all for being here. We have a bunch of stuff that we are trying to vote on tonight. So we're gonna move through those items and then we'll save the end for like open discussion because a couple people have to leave at staggered times, so. First is we did not get to vote on this last month, but just wanted to have you vote if people would like to recommend to ECPA to roll over our CD at the Bank of Greene County. I think we'll like discuss with ECPA and treasurer the exact amount, so I think we can leave that into them.
A motion to roll over the CD. Second.
Thank you. All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Thank you. And Usha, I think, I don't know if you saw, but we made about $9,000 in interest, so. It's been,
So Green Bank they're very good. I
yeah,
think they pay some of the highest interest.
yeah, it's good. So we'll keep going. Awesome. Next item, just want to mention, I don't think we need recommendation on this. It's in our budget already, but we're just going to transfer our admin fund to HCPA this month. So we give them, it was 11,000 the budget for this year, and that's to cover audit costs, bookkeeping that they do, and Chris Shelley attorney fees.
Got it.
So,
You do that every year.
yeah. So I don't think we need to vote on that, but it's just so y'all know. So then the big thing to talk about tonight is going over our proposed budget that we want to recommend to HCPA. So last month we had a good workshop going through all the different items. So based on what we discussed, have provided a proposal that I think is pretty much in line with what we discussed last month.
Mhm.
So that's on that second page. Let me see if I can share that with folks online. It's also in the agenda that's shared on the city website. So I'll open this up if you guys want to discuss any of the items, or if you want to go line by line. Up to you guys. One thing that we did discuss is the lines we have the overhead, like the HCPA, the audit has gone down in the past 2 years. So I thought maybe we should lower just by 1,000. We're a lot simpler than when we have the ALN grant, and they've gotten used to like Sarah and Logan have done a really good job of getting everything in order. So the audit cost has been going down. My salary is the same as just with the CSA raise in there. And then the programs, we talked about 50,000 for Hudson Roots. We talked about a small amount to assist with any housing we have for accessibility or for homeowners to help with building inspector costs to get those grant applications going. We put in funding for the fair housing officer. We discussed what that would look like. We can discuss that more in detail for like what the specific goals would be. We said next year when it gets closer. She put in 1,600. We thought maybe a little much for, maybe not much was needed for events. So I put 800, but we can move that a little bit.
I think they wanted banners.
Yeah, so Teresa sent a proposal that was in last month for getting lawn signs and then some funds for a tennis lawn. Yeah. The zoning study, we just discussed this briefly. That would be to pay some funds for Crystal Peck to help write some draft small revisions to the zoning code, to give that to the legal committee to look at how to maybe make some more like ADUs allowable, some more flexible uses. But we were saying we don't have to wait until next year. Like we have an unspent funds in our budget for 2024. So if you guys want to vote tonight, you can recommend to HCPA to do that like as soon as possible. So Crystal can get started on that, then move until 2025. And then contingency at the end. We've only used 1,400 this year. Well, we've used less than that. I rounded up a little bit in case we do something next couple of months, then I put 3,000. So that's kind of a line by line. Floor is all yours.
On the ADU issue, when do you think the next round of funding will happen?
Last year, it came out in November and was due at like January.
So could we get it done in time for it?
We could, maybe,
If we stuck, we got on it right away.
yeah,
Okay, so let's get on it right away.
yeah. I mean, HCR, you never know exactly when things are gonna come through,
Right.
but last year it came out in November. And they still have like, my understanding is they plan to do another round.
Cool.
I bet there'll be other funding, similar funding sources too. It's not that exact one.
Yeah,
Mhm.
but I do think the sooner the better.
Mhm. Okay,
There's also the RUPCO program that just was released, which I don't know if there's any correlation there.
That's the
So-
same.
that's what we're talking about.
Okay,
Yeah, we're not eligible for that right now because we don't have ADUs in our books. But if we were to like revise the code, we could apply for the next round.
oh, that's weird.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah,
For Columbia County. So
Right.
everywhere that in Columbia County that allows ADUs in their code can do it. We don't, so we
I
can't.
see, okay. Yeah. Mhm. Well, that seems like it would be, yeah. Yeah, I mean, the deadline for the application isn't until like, week from November, or no, it's like,
That's for this round for the homeowners.
right.
That's separate than us applying to the state for the original program, but.
I see. Okay.
We put 1250 on there based on the thought that
5 hours, you can get that.
5 hours.
Okay.
If you guys want to increase it, we could.
Yeah, I think it take a little longer. I don't know
Yeah.
the code issues well enough to know how long it's gonna, to
Yeah.
guess how long it's gonna take.
Mhm.
We need to make a motion to,
I mean, yeah,
Increase it? Or just
both make a motion if you
I make a
want.
motion to double that amount
Okay,
to 2,500, to 2,500.
okay.
Is that just for ADU or are there other zoning changes?
I think we can keep it broad enough in this conversation. I think we can give suggestions and then we have, 2 years ago when BSA, they did a recommendation of things for us to look at. So I think we can kind of prioritize them with like zoning is the big one. Here's some other ones to think about. And then I think it's just the police research, that's up to the legal committee about what they want to.
Motion that?
Yeah,
Motion to double the zoning study fee to 2,500.
into this.
separate motions or all in one motion?
You do one.
So double and,
To do it now.
okay,
Okay, so Tom is making a motion to dedicate $2,500 to paying Crystal Peck to do some research on recommendations for revising the zoning code
Correct.
as will be discussed.
I make that motion.
Okay, Tom made the motion, Nick seconded.
Oh.
Oh, sorry. Did you?
Rebecca second.
Rebecca seconded.
I have a question.
Yeah,
We didn't pass the budget last year,
No.
right? So can we incorporate that as well?
our budget last year has like a very broad, so the 2024 budget has a
So
very
it's fine.
broad category,
No
yeah.
problem.
That like we had like a, a bunch of thoughts about what we wanted to do,
Understood.
yeah.
Okay.
Okay, any questions about the motion or thoughts or comments?
No.
All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Any abstentions? Awesome, okay. Great, thank you. So then moving that piece out of it. Anything else you want to change for the 2025 budget? In that open programming line, I have 5,000 there and I have it as like, we have a list of all the things we've discussed. I think when it comes next year, we can have a little more discussion about, do we want to do it for tenant support? Do we want to do it maybe for housing rehab? Other zoning things, I think that can be flexible based on the different goals we've laid out. And I think when we come to November or like later fall, we can have a meeting about like, okay, here's what we've done so far. Here's some of the goals we want to focus on. But also, that's just based on the conversation we had last month, that we had a lot of ideas, and I think that could be that placeholder.
It's good.
I don't have the other recommendations.
No. Anything you have?
No,
Motion to approve the 2025 budget.
Second.
All in favor? Any opposed?
None.
No? Any abstentions? Okay, our budget is passed. It's 5:44. That's everything. So on the back is our meeting schedule. Unless you guys would like to meet in September or October, you don't need to. I will send updates of like where we are. We might have like, if you want to have a meeting about some of the zoning stuff, we can meet informally and like kind of discuss some of the policy things. I can send updates on Hudson routes and some of the housing rehab items, but we do not need to meet if you guys don't want to for the next few months. And then I propose, I think Wednesday is easier than December, but Wednesday we just meet and kind of like regroup. And I'm also gonna, yeah, like just, I'll be working too on some of the website updates and outreach materials, communication stuff. And like looking at some kind of funders we can look into. Oh, there's one more thing that we do need to approve. Sorry, so on that second page, is our revenue expenses. So I just want to know what you guys would like me to ask to the VA for the contributions to the housing trust fund this year. Last year they gave 35,000, so I put in the budget 40,000. The new revenue line, I'm thinking about will get maybe another 9,000 from the CD. So maybe the realistic goal is like 6,000 from philanthropy for next year, considering we got 2 donations this year. I think we can do a little better next year. So that's that piece. So
Sorry, the 2024 is 60,000.
yeah, but that was because we got 2 years at once.
Okay, right.
Yeah.
Oh,
Mhm.
Yeah,
yeah.
You guys went from 35 to 40.
Yeah.
I mean,
good.
I could ask for 50. I could. Cause it's housing,
Yeah.
a crisis. But I mean, is there like, if you ask for complete, is it like,
It's a discussion, you know, like I kind of go with, here's what we are asking for, meet the VA. Once they give some feedback.
If something comes up, you can always go to the council and ask or ask to do it,
Yeah.
you know?
So. Yeah, I'm open for what you guys want to ask for.
I think either way.
that's fine, I mean.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's what you.
We can after 45 if you want. We can go-
Well, Be willing to settle for 40 if nothing else.
I mean.
we could do that. It's just-
Yeah.
Yeah.
Make a motion.
Oh. For what, 40? So,
We're at 40.
right, so. You want me to make a motion to what?
What do you propose?
Oh, I'll make a motion that we ask for 50. Or how about 45?
45. Seconded.
Okay,
48.
48. You guys tell me the number.
45.
45? Okay.
Sweet spot.
Yep.
Okay, so Rebecca, motion, Nick seconded. All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Okay, awesome. So yeah, so then that goes back to, are you guys good not meeting until November?
Yep.
Okay. Yeah, you'll still hear from me for that.
Great.
That concludes our agenda. Anything that you guys want to bring up? Sure.
I'm cool.
You good? Risha?
Good.
You good?
Everything's okay.
Okay, anything from the public? Nope, okay. Would you like to close our meeting or someone call a motion to close?
Adjourn.
Adjourn,
Motion to adjourn.
Second.
okay. Adjourn 5:48. Thank you, folks.
Thank you.